Welcome guys, this is Ella from Stop Me O channel. We are continuing Avatar. This is chapter 11, The Great Divide. This is the one episode that you told me that it's not the best. You told me that it's like a separate episode, sort of a standalone. Doesn't influence the story and that it's average. So I've been thinking if I should even like record it. I was considering sort of watching it on my own. But then I realized that I'm way too neurotic for that. And I think I would go crazy if I didn't have like a full playlist ready. So we're going to do even that episode, so it seems. Oh, at least it's about them. Okay, cool.
Aren't you forgetting the tarp?
Because I thought it would
You're
be
supposed to put the tarp on top of the tent.
about someone else.
So we don't get rained on.
Ordinarily, you'd be right, but seeing how it's the dry season, you're not.
But what if it does rain?
What if it doesn't?
You're infuriating.
Oh my god!
Tara, why don't you worry about gathering the firewood?
Well, if you don't like my firewood,
Fine by me, if you're not gonna do your job.
Hey, where's the campfire? And what happened to the tent?
Why don't you ask Miss Know-It-All?
well, you're Mr. Lazy Bum, king of the tents.
Harsh words won't solve problems.
He's so
Why don't you just
pacifist.
switch jobs, settling feuds and making peace, all in a day's work for the Avatar. Come on, Momo, that's fair. Appa's got 5 stomachs. The Great Divide.
Wow, I could just stare at it forever.
I've seen enough.
This is the largest canyon in the entire world.
Hey, if you're looking for the canyon guide, I was here first.
Ooh, canyon guide. Sounds informative.
He's an earthbender.
She's so
and the
easily
only way
impressed.
in and out of the canyon is with his help. You wouldn't be calm if the Fire Nation destroyed your home and forced you to flee. My whole tribe has to walk thousands of miles.
You're a refugee. Is that your tribe?
It most certainly is not. That's the Zhang tribe, a bunch of low-life thieves. They've been the enemies of my tribe for 100 years. I'm saving a spot for my tribe, so don't even think of stealing it.
I didn't know the Canyon Guide took reservations.
Sorry about the wait, youngsters.
Such a Western music.
Across this here canyon.
One of them, I think.
I was here first. My party's on their way.
I can't guide people who aren't here.
Guess you guys will have to make the trip tomorrow.
Wait, here they come.
You're not seriously gonna cave into these spoiled Ganjins? I mean, we're refugees too. And we've got sick people that need shelter.
We've got old people who are weary from traveling.
Sick people get priority over old people.
Wow.
Maybe you Zhangs wouldn't have so many sick people if you weren't such slobs.
If you Ganjins weren't so clean, maybe you wouldn't live to be so old.
These people have been feuding for 100 years.
This is the Avatar.
You could share the Earthbender and travel together?
Absolutely not. We'd rather be taken by the Fire Nation than travel with those stinking thieves.
Wow.
We wouldn't travel with you pompous fools anyway.
You're all going down together, and Appa here will fly your sick and elderly across. Does that seem fair?
Oh, I love how pacifist Aang is becoming. Like,
Are you sure it's a good idea getting involved in this?
I'm not sure. But when have I ever been?
He's the Avatar, Sokka. Making peace between people is his job.
His job's gonna make us cross this whole thing on foot, isn't it?
Okay, now comes the bad news. No food allowed in the canyon. It attracts dangerous predators. You babies can go a day without food. All food better be in your gut or in the garbage.
Appa's gonna take good care of you till we get there.
how is he flying, like, physically? Like, he doesn't have wings or anything.
Nice bending.
Experts tell us this canyon was most likely carved into the ground by earth spirits who were angry at local farmers for not offering them a proper sacrifice.
He's useful.
Spirits are still angry.
Why'd you do that?
These people are fleeing the Fire Nation, aren't they? Gotta make sure we can't be followed. We'll be safe.
Smart.
We gotta help him!
Whoa.
Now we gotta help him!
What was that?
Canyon crawler.
Your arms. They're broken.
Without my arms, I got no bending.
We're trapped in this canyon.
Well, they have a water button and Ang, and sure they can figure something out. I mean, there's no water.
Ditching our food was so we wouldn't have to deal with things like canyon crawlers.
It's the Zhangs. They took food down here.
If there's anyone who can't go without food for a day, it's you pampered Gonjins.
Sticking together is the only way to...
I'm not walking another step with the likes of them.
We need to get out of this canyon. I won't die down here. I won't become part of the food chain.
I feel you. I don't want to be that
Become part
either.
of the food chain because of you.
I thought I could help you guys get along, but I guess that's not gonna happen.
So powerful, you know?
We should split up. Gonjin's on this side and Zhang's on that side. Sokka, you go with the Zhangs, and Katara, you go with the Gonjins. See if you can find out why they hate each other so much.
So you guys aren't gonna put up your tarps?
What for? It's the dry season.
Exactly!
Besides, we like to use the tarp as a blanket.
Also, they're supposed to symbolize like Sokka and Katara's conflict, huh?
You really think it'll rain?
No, but you can never be too careful, right?
Oh, you
Have
fools.
some bread, Katara?
So it was you guys who had food.
You really think that tribe of thieves isn't smuggling food?
I guess it's okay if everyone's doing it. Why does your tribe hate the Zhang so much?
I bet you would enjoy hearing some history. The patriarch of our tribe, Jin Wei, was an earthbender warrior who was assigned an important duty, transporting our sacred orb from the Great Eastern Gate to the Great Western Gate. Taking the orb from the east to the west represents the sun's rising and setting. It was our tribe's ancient redemption ritual. Jin Wei was attacked by one of the Zhang, who looked at the orb with envy. That coward Wei Jin knocked Jin Wei to the ground and stole our sacred orb. Our people have never forgotten. You can never trust a Zhang.
Well, that's just one side of the story, huh?
The Gonjin think so badly of us, they probably assumed we brought food in and decided to bring food in themselves. That's why we brought food. Our conflict with the Gonjin goes back over 100 years. Our forefather, Wei Jin, was leaving the western gate of our village when he saw a figure in the distance. Jin Wei collapsed on the ground. Noble Wei Jin stopped to help him. Jin Wei was transporting a sacred orb. Wei Jin tried to tend to the man's wounds, but Jin Wei insisted the orb was more important and asked him to take it back to his tribe. But as Wei Jin crossed the border to return the orb into Gonjin territory, he was arrested.
Oh, I see.
They sentenced him to 20 long years in prison. We Zhangs will never forget that injustice.
That's just terrible. You gonna finish that?
Sure would be nice to be around one of those campfires.
Oh.
Telling stories and laughing. It's okay, Momo. We'll be out of here soon enough. And then we can eat our weight in lychee nuts. Nah, I'll wait for the lychee nuts.
It's lonely, isn't it? Being impartial.
I wish I could help these people get along, but it just seems impossible. Anyhow, I guess our biggest problem is getting out of here.
I'm not so sure the two problems are unrelated. All clear. We're almost to the other side.
Katara, Sokka, will these people cooperate long enough to get out of the canyon?
I don't think so, Aang. The Zhangs really wronged the Gonjins. They ambushed Jin Wei and stole the sacred orb.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, Katara, what are you talking about? Wei Jin didn't steal the orb. He was returning it to their village gate and was wrongfully punished by the Gonjin.
Not punished enough, if you ask me.
Okay, I get it. Now I need your help.
Why, you dirty thief!
You pompous fool!
Guys, focus! How many times do I have to say it? Harsh words won't solve problems. Action will.
Perhaps the Avatar is right.
Yes, perhaps he is.
Oh my god, they're gonna fight.
I take it back. Harsh words aren't so bad.
Aang's really impressing me when he's doing that, you know? On one hand, he's like just a kid, and on a second, I'm impressed.
Everyone smuggled food down here? You guys put our lives in danger because you couldn't go without a snack for a day? You are all awful!
What's that?
Egg custard in that tart?
We barely survived one.
They're coming back for me. They've had a taste, and they're coming back for me.
Sokka, wait!
Egocentric
I
the
don't
bit.
care about this stupid feud. I just want us to get out of here alive.
Me too.
Aang, for a person that's not really training bending, he's surely doing well, you know? I mean, it's just so...
Everybody, watch me do what I do!
That one bending that he does, sort of. There's... You're crazy! What? Kinda feel bad for them.
We're riding out of this hole! Everyone, get off! Ah!
Will they take off these? Because, like, they will be screwed.
I never thought a Ganjin could get his hands dirty like that.
And I never knew you Zhangs were so reliable in a pinch.
Perhaps we're not so different after all.
Too bad we can't rewrite history.
Wait a second. Jin Wei? Wei Jin? I know those guys. I might not look it, but I'm 112 years old. I was there 100 years ago on the day you're talking about.
Oh.
There seems to be a lot of confusion about what happened. They were brothers. Twins, in fact. And they were 8. They were just playing a game. The sacred orb from the legend? That was the ball. And the eastern and western gates were the goalposts. Jin Wei had the ball and was running toward the goal when he fell and fumbled it. Wei Jin didn't steal the ball. He picked it up and started running it back toward the other goal. But he stepped out of bounds.
The
So the
hell?
official put him in the penalty box. Not for 20 long years, but for 2 short minutes. There was no stealing and no putting anyone in prison.
You're saying the sacred orb was actually a sacred ball?
Just a regular ball.
What about our tribe's redemption ritual?
That's what the game was called. Redemption. Don't get me wrong. Wei Jin was kind of a slob, and Jin Wei was a little stuffy. That much is true, but they respected each other's differences enough to share the same playing field.
I suppose it's time we forget the past.
And look to the future. I cannot thank you enough, Avatar.
I try.
Let us travel to the Earth Kingdom capital as one tribe.
Aww.
Don't do! I'm sick of this place!
That's some luck you knew Jin Wei and Wei Jin.
You could call it luck, or you could call it lying.
What?
I made the whole thing up.
You did not. That is so wrong.
Now where's that custard tart? I'm starving.
Right. Okay. Yeah, for an episode that was supposed to be like the worst, it wasn't as bad as I expected. Obviously, yeah, it did seem a bit irrelevant. You know, a story of 2 tribes that are fighting because of miscommunication and then like finding their way together. That's just the essence of people, is it not, right? We always fight when we don't understand the other person's perspective. Also, I think they were sort of trying to symbolize Katara and Sokka's conflict. Yeah, so it wasn't as bad, but also I can see why you mentioned that it's not really that important when it comes to the entire story. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, even though I don't know if you did, because I think people don't like to go back to that episode, but I appreciate it anyway. I'll see you guys around. Stay safe. This was Ola from Stop Me Oceano. Bye.